closely on all my children.
Mateo, hospital. Something's not right.
Not right about what?
Mom, what's wrong with her, do you know?
Yes, son, I do.
If sleeping with you will convince you to save Ryan's life, I will gladly do it, David.
He's picked up the son again. Over here.
There's no way out of here, man.
The shack.
Good morning, Haley.
Jack, Mateo's in the hospital. I gotta get out of here. I have no idea what's wrong with him. I have to go.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
You could let me make a phone call, please.
It's kind of tough when a loved one is in the hospital, isn't it? I know how that is. I think the feeling of helplessness is probably the worst, don't you?
You're being inhuman.
No. No, what happened to my sister, now that was inhuman. You can be out of here in 10 minutes. With your husband in 20, all you have to do is tell me what you know. So where is Ryan Lavery?
What is it?
It's some leftover champagne from last night. It's flat, but it's hot.
Warmed up champagne over the stove. Only you, my dear, would think of that.
Take a sip, baby. It'll warm you up.
But you warmed me up last night.
You know what? You feel a lot warmer. I don't know if that's a good thing or fever.
It's more than good. You brought me back to life. And now, with your burglary skills, we got the money to get out of the country so the cops can't find us. Come on. Oh, come on. Baby, we got the money, right? So what are we waiting for? Jillian, you went to Wildwood like you said you would, right?
No,
Do we have the money to escape?
not yet.
Well, where is it?
It's coming, Ryan. It's on its way. It's practically here already.
Don't spend it all in one place, young Laverys. In fact, I hope you don't get a chance to spend it at all.
Good morning, Doctor.
Liza, what a nice surprise. You never came back to the station yesterday. I guess Adam's daughter being arrested is a really big story, huh?
Well, I've got a camera crew down at the station house in case there's a break in the story, but I'm actually here on another story.
Another story here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the story of you and me.
No. The file. The, one that you brought to the station yesterday?
Oh, I know what you're doing here. Coco the Clown is performing in pediatrics. The things that guy can do with balloons.
Mm. Jane Doe, the patient in the file, the one you had to tell the bad news to. Did you do it yet?
Well, she's not ready to receive it yet, but soon.
Is Dixie Cooney Jane Doe?
I already told you, Liza, Dixie's not my patient.
I saw Dixie coming out of your office yesterday, looking as if she heard some bad news. Why don't you tell me? Because I'll find out.
Ooh, you have ways, huh?
I have ways. And I suspect that there is something wrong with Dixie. And Tad is my best friend, and he loves her. And if there's something wrong with her, he deserves to know. So tell me, is Dixie ill?
Because she's dying, damn it. And she's the mother of my son. That's why I called you, Doctor. I want to get her the best help available. No, I don't know what's the matter with her. When I find out, I want you to refer her to the head of the appropriate departments at Johns Hopkins. Yes, immediately, today if possible.
Junior, honey, I'm here. Let's go.
I'll get back to you with details.
Where is he? Is Junior's not down yet?
Dixie, what's your rush? Why don't you sit down and have a cup of coffee? Can you drink coffee?
No, I don't want any coffee. Thank you.
Okay. You feeling all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I just want to get Junior and take him to school. He's late. What's the matter with you?
Dixie, I know.
What are you talking about?
You of all people. I'm so sorry, Dixie.
Junior's gonna be late, okay?
Wait. Dixie, I know you're ill. I know you made me die.
I went to Wildwind just as we planned, but then my key wouldn't fit into any of the doors. You know, Edmund must have changed the locks. And while I was standing there contemplating what to do next, the security guard appeared, and I was just terrified that he might call the police, so I ducked out of the way. It was just, you know, such a close call.
Okay, the money. What about the money?
I'm getting to that. It's just that I didn't know what else to do. So I thought about maybe climbing the big elm tree right outside my old bedroom and then swing with a branch into my bedroom. But then, just as I started to climb, Grandmama appeared on the terrace.
Your grandmother was taking a midnight walk in the middle of the winter time.
Yeah, she was very bundled up, and she was very worried, and that's why she couldn't sleep. And then she was very happy to see me, but she wasn't that happy because she thought that by now we would be out of the country.
Okay, what about the money?
I told her all about our plan, and then I asked her to break into the safe.
Well, why didn't you just take Eugenia's key to get in the house and do it yourself?
Because just then, the light went on in Edmund's study, and we heard Edmund's voice. So I told Grandmama this safe combination, and I asked her to break into Edmund's study and get us some cash. And I asked her to bring the cash and then hide it in the hollow tree just outside the boat's landing. And that's why we don't have the money, and that's why we're gonna have it really soon.
I don't know how you can be so sure, Jillian. I mean, your grandmother breaking into the safe? How is she gonna remember the combination? Your memory's like a sieve.
Because I wrote it down on a little piece of paper for her.
Well, how do we know the cops didn't follow her here? She could have led them right to us.
It's gonna be fine. Grandmama was in the resistance in World War II.
Well, I hope so. But we can't wait around here. Let's go to the tree and wait for her there.
No.
Why not?
Haven't you ever heard of doctor-patient confidentiality?
You are Dixie's doctor.
I never said that.
Oh.
But if I were her doctor, I am bound by oath to keep her condition a secret. Despite Tad Martin's intense love or your need to pry, I might add.
You know, it's a wonderful thing, the Hippocratic Oath. It would actually prevent a doctor from administering the wrong medication to an ill man in order to frame another doctor. Oh, wait. You did that with Adam to get Jake.
Gee, Liza, I'm mortified that you feel a need to drag out my past sins.
David, I'm just mentioning you can bend the Hippocratic Oath and still live to tell the tale.
Oh, no. After the lesson you taught me, I live and breathe ethics. You, Jake, and Allie taught me to take a long, hard look at my life after that incident. Believe me, I'll never forget it. It's a good thing nothing ever happened to Adam back then, or else I don't know if I could ever forgive myself. I'm really happy that you all were there to keep him from harm. If you'll excuse me, I have some important errands to run.
Your sarcasm isn't going to deter me. I will find out my information from somewhere else.
It's a free country, more or less. Although, Liza, I might caution you not to dig too deeply into secrets. You never know when they might turn around and bite you.
Still friends?
At least.
Oh, Adam. Oh my, that's just such wishful thinking on your part. No, really, I am fine. You heard that there was a rumor flying around about me having a dizzy spell at the hospital. Well, I had one, and it was hot, and I was tired.
Dixie,
and hungry,
I saw the tape.
This is not possible.
You must have left it here, the one you made for Junior. I picked it up by mistake.
I took that tape with me in my purse.
Well, you must have taken the wrong tape.
You took it out of my purse, Adam? You are such a jerk. You're such a jerk. I can't believe you couldn't keep your sticky paws off it after seeing Braden and me here with the camera, could you? Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm not gonna get angry about this. I'm not. It's not important. What is important is for you to know that I am not gonna die. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I have a wonderful physician who believes that I'm going to get very well, and I have complete faith in him.
Then why the tape?
I don't know, Adam. I just needed it as emotional insurance, that's all.
I don't know what that means.
It means it wasn't for you to see. Nobody else saw it, did they?
No.
Well, good. Can I trust you to keep your big yap shut?
I don't intend to spread news of your health all over town, no.
Thank you.
However, you should know that I talked to Junior. I told him that you were ill.
You told Junior that I'm dying?
I told him that you might be, yes.
What do you think? How could you do that? Don't you have any idea how he's gonna feel? I have to go talk to him.
Dixie, stop.
How could you?
Don't do this to yourself.
Jerk.
It can't be good for you.
For myself.
Why don't you sit down? I'll get you a
Just give me one reason why I just stab you in the heart right now.
It's everyone's worst fear. This hug could be the last. This kiss might be goodbye. Tragedy could strike in an instant, and this week it will. One of these people will touch our lives for the last time. Don't miss a single minute of One Life to Live this week, ABC Daytime.
How could you? Don't you care about your son? Don't you know what this could do to him?
You don't love our son any more than I do, Dixie.
This is just your way of getting points, isn't it? You know? This is all a big power trip to you, isn't it?
Junior came to me. He was concerned. He'd picked up on your depression. He was begging me for answers. Now, what do I say to him? I can't answer your questions. I'm only your father.
No, you come to me, and we talk about it together.
Calmly and rationally, you and me?
Yes. I know what I'm doing, Adam. I was handling this my way.
And I'm handling it my way. I did switch the tapes. Yes, I confess to that. But like Junior, I'd seen that you were not the same person after you came back to town. And if that had anything to do with our son, then I had a right to know what it was.
You have put yourself in the center of this to control it, and you have ruined a child's life. I am his mother. I'm the one who's held his life together since the day he was born.
Because I've allowed it.
Oh, you've allowed it?
Because I realized that he was better off with his mother. Not because I haven't wanted him with me every single day.
Well, guess what, Adam? Look, now he's with you, and because of your foolish, selfish actions, he's living in terror.
I am selfish? If, God forbid, you should die, have you thought this thing through, Dixie? Do you really think that a videotape to your son is going to make up for the anguish and loss and anger he's going to feel? That's a lot worse than selfish. That's an act of a coward.
You're asking me to trade Mateo for Ryan. You're using my husband's illness and my fear of that to get me to talk.
It's a very simple quid pro quo.
It is very simple police state tactics. Ryan ran because he knew he could not get a fair trial with you as DA.
You know, I hate to see your loyalty so very misplaced. Ryan Labor's DNA matches the rapist.
Because you cooked up the evidence, or you turned away while somebody else cooked up the evidence.
Well, now, you and I, we've known each other a long time. Do you really think I'm capable of that?
For your sister's sake, if you thought that Ryan was the real guy and you had no real evidence, yeah, you bet that's exactly what I think. Only Ryan is innocent. What are you gonna do when the real rapist rapes again?
Well, now, you don't have to worry about that because we've got the real rapist.
You are so wrong.
Right, so tell me where Ryan is and we'll find out just how wrong I am. You know what I don't understand? How you could choose this rapist over your own husband, Haley. Explain that to me.
I'm not choosing anyone over anyone, Jackson. Now, please, please. I have to get to see Mateo. Handcuff me, send me with a cop. I don't care.
Just not possible.
Please let me take me to the hospital.
See, Haley, all the cops, they're out chasing a very dangerous rapist right now. You're so stubborn. You're so... Every morning, for almost the entire time you guys had holidays, I would come by for breakfast, and you and I would argue. We would argue over anything. Now, usually, we really agreed. But that was fun, wasn't it? But this is not fun. This is serious. And now you don't know what to do because you've got yourself boxed in, and you can't figure out a way out. Well, I'm giving you a way out. I'm going to make you choose between a rapist and your husband. And I would guess that would be a very simple choice, no?
Janet, you've got to help me.
Janet, she's not allowed
Mateo is in the
visitors,
hospital, and they
please.
won't let me find out anything about him. Please, you've got to go, and then tell Uncle Trevor, to come back.
Darn!
Help me, Janet. Help me, Janet. You're going to have to let me speak with my attorney now. And if you do not, then I will know that you have truly turned into the Gestapo.
Oh, I don't have to be the Gestapo. Not at all. Not to make your life uncomfortable.
Please be okay, Mateo. Please be okay. Please be okay.
The role of Raquel Dion is being played by Ada Selly.
Come upstairs, I'll put you to bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
Mateo, please, we were at the hospital all night. The nurses said you need complete rest.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna read my newspaper, I'm gonna lie on the couch. That's rest for me.
You've always been so hard-headed, you know that? But under the circumstances, it's a good thing. I'm gonna go see about your breakfast now. And I'll keep the kids away so you can have some peace.
You don't have to fuss over me.
When I walked into that room and saw you sprawled out on the floor unconscious, I was so scared.
Thank you for, taking me to the hospital and taking care of me. And we don't have to tell Max about this, do we?
No. Well, I'm gonna go make you some huevos rancheros. I think I still know how to make that. No, you can't go out there in the cold. It's freezing, and I think you're coming down with something. You're feverish. You're coming down from hiding in this freezing water. Now, Ryan, you stay here. You sip your hot champagne, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna look for Grandmama.
Whoa. You were really gonna climb that elm tree and swing from the branch into your bedroom? You're Jillian of the jungle. Do you know that?
I'd do anything for you, Ryan. Anything.
And you're proving it every minute. I never thought it was possible to love somebody this much. Or to be loved the way that you love me.
Who's that?
Well, I'd better be your grandmother with the money, or we're in big trouble because I am not going in that hole again.
Don't, John.
All My Children will be back in a moment here on ABC.
Well, hello. You guys are still here. You know, I looked all over the place for that hollow tree trunk you told me about, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I knew how important it was for you to get this money quickly, so I saw the shack, took a chance.
Whoa, wait a minute. What are you doing delivering the money?
Well, who did you expect? The guy with the big check from the magazine sweepstakes? Is there a problem here?
Ryan, I tried to come up with other ways to get the money, but I couldn't. I swear it. David was the only person I could ask.
That whole story about your grandmother and the elm tree and writing down the combination.
I had to lie. I knew that if I told you I was gonna go to David, you'd be furious. And but he came through for us. Ryan, look, he's got the money. We can take the money and we can go. We can leave the country and we can start over. Please, Ryan, let's just take the money, no questions asked, and go.
Now, tell me what I should do.
Your Uncle Porkchop loves you. I can't believe he got you involved in this in the first place.
He didn't. The whole thing was my idea, the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. You came up with this master plan, but he's the one that got you to broke the law.
He didn't do that either, no. No, I came to him with the plan because he was in such bad trouble.
Him running away was your idea.
You know, the DNA evidence came in and everything, and they arrested him, you know, and he looked so hopeless.
Tink, how could you possibly do that? What the heck do you think you were thinking? You know, I gotta believe at the root of this whole thing, this mess, is this... what's going on with Raquel and Max.
So what? Who cares why I did what I did if it helps out a friend? In your days as a cop, to save a buddy's life, you wouldn't stop to analyze before you took a bullet. You would just do it.
Yeah, I just do it.
Yeah. Only now I got Mateo to think about. And if something is really wrong with him, I will die. What do you think? What do you think I should do? What would you do in my position?
Mateo, thank goodness you're okay.
Janet, I can't let you see him. The doctors say he has to rest.
Raquel, please. It's okay, Janet, come on in.
I went to the hospital and they said they sent you home. Are you really okay? Haley's worried sick about you.
Do you mind?
Of course. Don't let your huevos rancheros get cold.
I'm fine. I just have a bump on my head. How's Haley?
Well, terrible. Jack's keeping her incommunicado. He won't even let her have news about you, not until she gives up Ryan's whereabouts.
And? Did she?
No.
Even with me in the hospital?
Look, I gotta call Trevor so he can get her news that you're okay. You know what? It'd be even better if she could see you in person. She's worried sick about you. I mean, she's just so upset that she couldn't be with you when you were hurt.
Are you sure about that?
Well, of course. I'll tell you what. Why don't you come down to the jail with me? We'll make Jack let Haley see you. Mateo, don't you want to reassure Haley that you're okay?
I'm a coward? Do you have any idea how I have felt for the last 3 months? I have wanted to hold my child next to me, to hang on to him for life. But instead, I have dealt with my fear and my sadness alone to spare him, to allow him to have something of a childhood.
You're depriving him of the chance to say goodbye to you.
No, I will know when and if that time happens.
What if he comes home one day and finds you being carted away, dead?
Oh, for God's sake, Adam, that's not gonna happen.
No, why not? It happened to me. I was exactly where Junior is. I was almost exactly his age. One day I had a big fight with my mother. I wanted to go fishing. She wanted me to take Stuart with me. I said, no. I yelled something at her and stormed out of the house. I went fishing. Had a great time with my buddies. Never gave her another thought. When I got home, I saw Stuart lying in the grass, crying his eyes out. I thought, what a baby. And then I looked up at the house and I saw them carrying my mother out in her pine box. She'd been sick a long time. She didn't want us to know. She didn't want us to worry. So I never had a chance to say, Mom, I didn't mean that. I love you. Goodbye. If I'd have known, I would have been nicer to her. I could have made her feel better. I wasn't going to let our son go through that.
Adam, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that happened to you. But the exact opposite happened to me. We lived through my mother's very long illness. It affected every day of our lives for years. Can you imagine watching your mother suffer, powerless to help her? I didn't want to put Junior through that kind of dread and hopelessness, that kind of situation. I wanted him to have a mother that was reasonably healthy, to remember a mother that was reasonably well.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
I'll call your doctor.
No, don't, really. I just need to take a pill. This happens sometimes.
I'll get some more.
No, don't. I can get it myself. Thank you. I'm rambling, you know? I mean, there's so many things I want to tell you, and there's so much, you know, I mean, you're not ready to settle down yet. You have so much to look forward to, so many things you're gonna do for the first time. And I know that you're gonna probably get into some kind of trouble, and that's natural, it's normal, it's understandable. But when you need some help, real help, I want you to go to Tad. You can trust Tad. He's a wonderful, good man, and he loves you. You can always count on him.
Sick, Dixie. Everyone needs help when they're sick.
I don't need or want your help.
What? You just can't break into a doctor's private files. What are you
Jake,
doing?
this isn't any doctor. This is David Hayward.
What has that got to do with
Well,
it?
he's not moral. He doesn't deserve moral behavior.
That's a real dandy excuse.
Look, I practically got him to confess that he's Dixie's doctor. You and I, we suspected something was wrong with Dixie for Tad's sake. We have to find out.
Tad doesn't want us. He wants us to lay off.
No,
you know that.
He says that. He doesn't mean it. I mean, you were ready to access Dixie's file on the computer. You remember
and
that?
that was the wrong thing to do. All right, he told us not to do this. He told me specifically and in no uncertain terms.
Look, if we just look at the file, then we'll know why Dixie is shoving him out of her life.
None of our business.
Well, I don't even know that it is her file.
Well, then, if it's a stranger's file, it's even worse.
Well, then if it's not her file, I won't read it.
Dix, even if the dizziness isn't serious, you can still fall and hurt yourself.
Now, would you stop pretending that you care? You don't. Not about Junior and not about me.
That's not true, and you know it.
You don't even know your own son. Don't you have any idea how sensitive he is? How devastated he could be by this? Ever since he was born, he has been in a world that constantly changes. I have tried, God knows I have tried to give him some stability. I moved him to Pigeon Hollow for that very reason. But you're the one who got that stupid court order and forced me to drag him back here. And now, you have threatened what little security he has left.
And yet, if you die, then I have him all to myself, don't I?
That fact, by itself, is gonna keep me alive.
Good. Because I don't want you to die, Dixie. You're the mother of my son. I have a phone call into Johns Hopkins right now. The top men in every department are going to make themselves available to us when we need them. I'm going to make sure you get well.
I have the best medical help, all right? Without you. If you think you're gonna use this to come between me and Junior, you have a big surprise coming.
Offering my help because I think it's best for Junior.
You got a funny way of showing it. Look, my first order of business is to go and repair the emotional damage that you've done. You have really, really torn it with me, all right? You've done some really horrible, reprehensible things to me in my lifetime, but this is the worst. And I will never forgive you for this. Never.
Go ahead and call Trevor, tell him that I'm fine, but I'm not going on to the jail.
What's going on between you two? Where's this anger coming from?
I'm angry at Ryan and at Jillian. I'm not gonna take it out on Haley.
Well, you're refusing to go see her in jail. I think that's taking it out on her.
Okay, look, I love Haley, all right? You know, she's my life, but I think it's better right now if we don't see each other for our future.
Well, now I'm gonna get angry. What's wrong with you? Is this some kind of macho pride?
No, I tried to reason with her, Janet, and I tried, but she just won't listen to me.
So you're just gonna give up? Settle back in and eat your breakfast like Mamacita used to make?
Come on, Janet.
Well, this doesn't make any sense. Raquel's running around in an apron, serving you. Your wife's in jail, and you think it's better off for your future if you don't go and see her?
This has nothing to do with Raquel.
Don't you think part of Haley's craziness is because Raquel's in your life?
Raquel's not the reason she's in jail, all right? She's in jail because she put her common sense on hold to help a suspected rapist.
Who she thinks is innocent. She's trying to be loyal to a friend.
All right, well, you tell her that friend, the rapist, and his wife are the reason I was in the hospital. That's right, Ryan and Jillian bashed me in the head with something and took off. Then you could go ahead and ask Haley how innocent she thinks Ryan is now.
You can take your money and you can stuff it.
I don't understand this. I thought you needed help.
Yeah, well, not from you. Come on, let's get out of here. Whoa, wait a second. How do we know the cops didn't follow you here?
Do you honestly believe that I want to be caught aiding and abetting a fugitive? I followed Jillian's instructions to the letter. Okay, I messed up on that hollow tree trunk part. What's going on here? I come all this way to help you out, and this is how you repay me? You throw it back in my face? Look, you've got the money. You've got a chance to slip away from the police. Why don't you take it?
Yes, David is right. Let's just take the money and go. Your freedom is more important to me than anything else.
You can bet on that. I know firsthand how important your freedom is to Jillian.
Now, just what the hell do you mean by that?
I mean that she was so desperate to raise this money that she offered to sleep with me for it.
I have a confession to make. I strive to be trustworthy, solid, dependable, but there's this other side of me. It's a dark side. It's like another person that I can't control, and I never know what'll set him off.
We can read it together. We'll sit down and
No. I'm making an executive decision. Look, no matter how sick we think Dixie is or how much Tad might love her, he cannot violate her privacy. That's it. End of story, all right?
No, I hurt my finger.
You're going out of here.
You know, I never had any idea you were so hopelessly mule-headed.
Oh.
Now it's too late for me to change the biological father of my child. Boy, am I sorry.
Adam! I hope you're satisfied. Junior's gone.
So Haley knew they'd be at Linden. And you went over there to, what, get them to surrender?
Yeah. They refused. I threatened to call the cops, and that's when they hit me in the head with a bottle and took off.
So, they're no longer where Haley thinks they are, right?
Right. So if I tell Jack what I know, then he has to let her go.
He just wants to know where Haley thinks Ryan is.
And I want Haley home.
Want to go down to the police station with me?
What are we waiting for?
Okay.
Thought you might be ready for seconds.
Tink, to answer that question, honestly, I think what you're doing is a big mistake. But if I was in your shoes, I would never rat out a friend. No way, no how, never, ever.
I knew that's what you'd say. I just hope that Mateo is as understanding. Oh, I hope that Ryan and Jillian are far away by now.
You're lying.
What the? Jillian would never offer to sleep with you. She's over you. She's in love with me.
Exactly. She loves you so much that she was willing to sleep with me for this money. But I said no. It wasn't necessary. You see, it wasn't like the other time. You remember, Jillian? When you came to me eager to raise the bail for Ryan when he was arrested for assault?
No, whoa. Now what the hell is he talking about?
Just take the money and go.
Now you explain, Hayward, now!
Last night, when Jillian came to me for this money, I felt that she had already proven how much she loved you. You see, when you were arrested for assault, Jillian came to me desperate to raise the money for your bail. I told her that if she slept with me, I would give her the money. And she did. Isn't that right, Jillian? You slept with me for money, I mean.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children. On the next All My Children.
Here, take it. You were worth every penny.
You want to help Junior? Do me a big favor. Buck out. You think we're in trouble?
Looks like I might be finally rid of your sorry hide.